This little thing here, the hashtag symbol, is a comment symbol, so it doesn't execute that symbol. So you notice that R makes it red. I mean green. So that means that it's not recognizing that as something to be executed. So this is just for me. So this was something I did for the APFT scores for. And then you can see like I had the profiles removed, and then I read in a file with all the profiles removed. Maybe I should have left them in there actually though. I'll tell you why in a second, because what I ended up seeing is that there were trends when I started scatter plotting and looking at the data. What you'd see is one department would have a lot of people walking, and that would show like, well, there seems to be, it can't be that there's sick departments and well departments. There must be some social influence to it, right? So you can start to see that and start thinking about, well, why would like all the people who are walking it be in certain departments? Well, somehow it's become socially acceptable maybe in that department to do that. So it's kind of fun to look at data like that. But okay, let's look at our housing project one. Let's see, there's housing project. So the first thing is that I said, like, make your session folder the folder that the data is in. So I explained how to do that. You go to session, set working directory, choose the directory, and then all the data was in a file called data in my MA206Y. And see it like it made this thing right here. So that all that does is it tells my script where to look first for data, which folder to look in. Hey, Ajay, come on. You know these guys? Do you know them?
No. Oh, hi.
This is my young son.
Oh, hi. What's up?
This is JJ. If I beat his score,
Okay.
the sign.
Yeah, the sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, you can go up and during the mess hall, put up this.
I thought you said points for the whole course. No, see, I can't find it on my 104 thing, but I can find it when I do it just by this one.
You won't see it in there. It'll just go to the folder. Like look and see what I did again. Like if I go session, set working directory, choose directory. I don't see anything in there. It's just that I know the data is in there because I put it in there, and then go open. So now it's set it, right? So you won't see it.
So I have a question. I tried to basically I'm at the same spot we were at yesterday. I watched the other videos to make sure I had a general understanding of it, but I tried to do the control enter for all the libraries, but for ggpub.
So you have to install the packages for each one. So
it did Tidyverse and then the ggplot2, but it wouldn't do the gg.
Try the install packages ggplot2. Just you have to install each of those packages.
So control enter, so that one was good. And then I got that.
Yeah, when that says that error right here, when you get error in library, so watch this. Well, I can't do it because I've already installed the packages, but you have to install the packages for each one of them. You have to have each one of them done.
Okay.
Stay off your phone while you're working with me.
No, but see, I'm still stuck on the whole comma thing.
Hold up. Have you done all this?
I have. Because you made me do it yesterday.
Okay, so and let me just do this to see. So let me show you a trick. If I highlight everything at once, you have to do this every single time you open your script. Okay, so that's done. If you skip any one of those steps, it won't work, right? Because now it needs to know that. Now, all right. Now I'm going to read in the file. Okay, it's read. Okay, and now you look over here. You have data 350 observations. What does that mean?
That's houses.
It's the number of observations. It's the number of rows, right? So I keep my eyes on that because if that ever looks like it's a 0 row, sometimes it does. Like some of the stuff, like when you start to remove the NAs, sometimes it just deletes out everything, you get 0, but you can see it over on the side, right? So watch this, like if I take out, this is the removing the beds, like if there's a missing data in the beds, it'll remove that row completely. So it did that, and there was everything has bedrooms in there, but this has now gone down to 324. So there was some missing data in the bathrooms. And then this one usually caused a problem. Let's see. Yes, everything had a price. Let's see, year built. Now that changed. There was one row that didn't have the year built. One observation had missing data. And now, yes, fine. So now you removed any row that didn't have data in it.
So I did that, and it still said error in library for ggpub.
Did you do install packages ggpub?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have to put it in quotes. So once I put all those 3 install packages, I can highlight all of these and just, every time you get a new package, you're going to have to do that, right? So if, they'll tell me, you need this package called per, and that means I have to go and install packages per, and then do library right after. But after the first time, I don't have to do it again. In fact, it'll start screaming at me if I do it.
It's coming up.
Well, you have to Control Enter on him. Control Enter. Control Enter on this one too.
All right, thank you.
And then you can do the library.
Okay.
So the reason you have to do that is because it's not a self-contained program like Mathematica, which is super expensive. I remember one guy telling me, look, I was complaining about something, he said, you can code it yourself if you want to. But if you want other people to do that, you have to pay for it. Mm-hmm. So that's Mathematica, you pay for someone coding it for you. Here, we're taking these packages, people have contributed to them, and then we have to load them up the first time.
Okay.
And we also, in the script, it's not like Mathematica. Mathematica, if you look at Mathematica, whenever your computer's using it, it's like it sucks in energy. It's using so much computational power. Here, it's not self-contained, so whenever I need that package, I have to call the library. So that's this little script thing, sending a script to someone, cheap. It's not, you can send that script. Ever send a huge Mathematica file to someone? Sometimes it doesn't even go on email. It says it's too large. And that's because everything is inside there. Right? So this is the bad thing, but I'd rather use this, to be honest. Okay, now did you guys read the data in?
That I was just stuck there for a while. So.
Okay, so now let me show you a trick. If you want to execute all these lines at once, now that your packages...
Trevor, Howard? Yeah.
All right, so now it's all done. Now you can read your data. Did you set your session to be the session where the...
I believe so. Should I just do it?
I wish I had.
so it's not seeing it. So
Okay, so I have to go to sessions and...
yeah. And now, once you're done with that, get rid of these install things so that you can make your Word file at the end. You don't want them there. Because you only need it the first time. You don't need it ever again.
So what about the GG line?
All right, so let's see. Yeah, have you...
This
okay.
is the part that I have got, yeah.
All right, let me explain it to you.
Like the coma.
This GG line thing. This command here says pull up my file called data. So if I go over here, I can see one of these guys over here. Maybe data. I don't have to read my data in. I haven't read it yet. So let me read my Spokane file in. And then I'm going to execute all these at once now. Done. So if I highlight everything, it'll do it at once. Now, what this does is it calls up that file data. See, there's data right there, 287 observations. That means there's 287 rows. What this does is, if I had that file data, I want to see x-axis be the number of bedrooms and the y-axis be the price of the house. But I want, if I just do that in Excel, what I'm going to get. First of all, I'm going to have trouble because it has NAs in there. But if I wanted to graph the number of bedrooms against the price, I'd have to do this. Go insert charts. Have you ever done anything in Excel?
Slightly.
Okay, so there, like now I have to put the x-axis, this, and the y-axis to be h. I believe that's a price. Good place for your phone. Okay, so it does this, but so I want it to do that for me too, but also show me the averages, the trend of the averages, because I can kind of eyeball this and see that the averages, like the average here is really low, but I'd like to see the averages all like a line going through the average value, so it can tell me that trend, right? So over here, what I'm doing is it's taking in data. It's letting the x-axis be the number of bedrooms, because that's what beds in the column stands for. Let's the y-axis be the price of the bedrooms. And then I'm telling it, hey, make a line through the means. And I also told it to jitter. So if you look at the Excel file, everything is all packed in. I want to see those points. I can't see those points. And I want them to order the data not willy-nilly. I want them to order the data with 1-bedroom houses first. The second blob should be 2-bedroom houses. The third blob should be 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, and so forth. I had 7 bedrooms total. That's the largest in Spokane. Then I'm going to label this to be price of the house and number of bedrooms on the y-axis. So if I do that...
See, I can't get it to go blue, though.
Let me see. Well, you might have something not.
I remember we tried to find the column in class, but
Try it now. Yeah, you have to go up to the line and go Control Enter. I don't have a parenthesis here. It has to look exactly like mine. You have a parenthesis here and I don't.
oh, okay.
Right? Try it now. Now you're probably going to have... Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
So, like, attention to detail. I know you're probably sick of hearing that after CFT and everything, but attention to detail. I don't know why, but I have attention to detail here. I don't have attention to detail elsewhere. But the good thing about West Point grads is they have attention to detail everywhere. So every little thing counts. If you get an error message and you feel like you typed exactly the same thing as I did, you didn't. You have to go back and track it and say, where did it go wrong? Are you tracking this now?
Somewhat. Am I supposed to have stuff up here?
Okay, let's see. Yes, you are. So let me read this in. Okay, 102 observations. So if you highlight a part of it, it's going to only execute that. So you got to put your cursor on it and then hit enter.
So I just have to go Control Enter for
Right.
every single. Okay.
Correct.
And then I just put it down. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you.
And so now you can, like, if you click that on the little, like, blue thing, you'll see the data, just like an Excel spreadsheet.
Okay.
Cool, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. Especially when you like know where the area is. So it's familiar.
Yeah. So I did a lot of stuff in Excel, so all right, keep going. Now you can keep going on the rest of the stuff. So these are scatter plots. You said you didn't understand anything. These are just scatter plots. So I'm telling it, let the x-axis be square feet, let the y-axis be price, and just plot that data for me.
Oh, okay.
So that's all it's doing.
No, yeah, the biggest thing, I just couldn't get past the comma part, the code. But now we're just trying to see what we observed, as in, like, just looking at that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can see now, for your graph was different than mine. So in my graph, Spokane had...
But how do you change this right here? I don't want to see 1E, but...
I don't know. Well, your houses are more expensive than mine, maybe. Well, go zoom. Click zoom. And I don't know why it's doing that.
Because I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's scientific notation. So it's 4 with 4 times 10 to the 6. So it's going to have 10 to the 6 zeros of it. That's what it means.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a scientific notation for this. I'll ask Major Adams how to get that out of there. Mine's not doing that. But what is showing me, your trend is different, is showing me that the more bedrooms I have, the average trend is going down, or leveling off at best. So it's like people look at 5-bedroom houses and say, well, I'm not going to pay much more for 6-bedroom or 7-bedroom. But yours, they are. Where are you from?
From Dallas.
Is this Dallas?
Mm.
Man, you guys have big houses there. I remember we went down to Dallas. Don't they have big houses there?
Yeah.
They're huge.
That's big.
So maybe they value their more rooms.
I mean, you looking at this 4-bedroom, it goes way up here.
Yeah, but I have that too. So the Colonel Kaminsky actually saw that he was looking at houses in Newburgh, I think, and they had something similar, like these things that were super expensive. And it turns out it was location. Like, it was located in a really cool spot. And that's why people were willing to pay more. Maybe on the edge of a lake or something like that.
For this, did you add this in, or did it just pop up?
Which
so
one?
I need to add this for everything that says NA for my data?
You can. You don't have to. It'll scream, like, here, remove one row containing missing values.
Okay.
All right, it'll do that. All right, so the other things it can do, like when I go color as factor bass like this, what it's doing is it's allowing me to, it's a 3D graph, but I'm looking at it as a 2D plot. So it's the same scatter plot with square feet and price. I'm trying to look for an explanation of why these dots are out here. Why are they not down here? Maybe it's the number of bathrooms. So I colored all the bathrooms different colors. So these are 6 bathroom houses, and these are 1 bathroom houses. You already ate breakfast?
Yeah.
See you, Igor. So then you see, like, it'll go, these are like less bathrooms, more bathrooms, but this still doesn't make sense to me because it's a 4-bedroom house with 4,000 square feet, 3,000 some square feet, and it's got only 2.5 bathrooms. So it's not, they didn't buy that house or pay that kind of money because it had a lot of bathrooms.
Okay.
So you can type the same things out.
Your things. Oh, okay, never mind. It just said it was removed.
It shouldn't be. Do you think from here on out you guys are going to be okay?
Oh yeah, I was just stuck on that one part.
Possibly. I'm just making sure. I don't know if this is when it starts or not, like the data, or do I have more to like add in to get it set up?
So now you need to go back to your script. And then at the end, save your script.
Okay.
Like, save it as something, you know. I save it.
Yeah.
I'm, like, scared that I'm going to lose it, so I would just call it. You want to name it whatever this was. So this was using Tidyverse. So that when you need it, you can call it up for that purpose. And now, yeah.
Okay. But from here.
You go back into there and just follow along exactly what I have.
Okay. And if it's like, I know it's probably straightforward, but if there's, is there anything else I need to add in, or is it all just like data stuff? And then like writing out like the sheet? And the sheet's the lab that's due Monday, right?
No, we have a sheet for grade that's
Okay.
due on that in Monday. You'll get to work on in class. But why I did this is because I wanted you to see how to do this so that you're not doing all of this stuff that you're doing now inside class itself.
Okay.
So that you can just come into class and go, I know how to do these things. The more you do in class, the less you have to do outside of class.
Okay, so Monday it's just in class, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then also for the homework.
Well,
no.
whatever's left over is homework. So the idea is that you'll get through some of the R in class and then you'll write it up outside of class.
Oh, okay.
But if you can get all the R stuff done in about 15 minutes, then you could potentially write it all up in class too.
Okay.
Right?
That makes sense. So it's not the sheet. Is that sheet due for anything? Or?
I didn't collect it because people weren't done.
Okay.
There were some people done, but most people were somewhere like 3/4 of the way through it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for the homeworks, did you happen to talk to him or figure that out?
For the first homework,
First and second homework, I couldn't access either.
but the third homework you can, right?
I haven't tried that yet.
Okay, try that.
Okay.
And I didn't collect the first two, so they're not that as important.
Mhm.
But I'll probably do retrieval in class just to make sure that you guys know what you're doing.
Okay, sounds good. So it's just like work on this, go over the homeworks, and
Yeah, you gotta know this cold because I look at it as I'm not gonna do anything. I can't waste time. So I don't want you coming in and having to go, oh, I don't know how to do ggplot. I want bang, I know how to do this, and I'm gonna knock this thing out.
Mhm. Okay.
And it also allows you to do it more often. The more often you do something, the better you learn it.
Okay. Thank you.